once the income starts to get stabilized. And without actually having to cross the border, this is one of the best places in Los Angeles to come and get your Spanish, Mexican gifts. And come get your picture too with the donkey. When I was a kid, when I was a very, very, very small kid, this used to be actually a real donkey. When I was a kid, pretty much in the smaller residential areas, aside from having an ice cream truck, there used to be a gentleman that would travel with a donkey or a small pony or a horse, and hats, and they would travel. You can get your pictures taken on the pony and donkey or horse. But if you couldn't find one, if you weren't lucky enough to get one coming through your neighborhood on the weekends, you could always come here and do this. This has changed about 2 or 3 times. I remember a photograph of my mother when she was 16 years old. This was a black beam cross originally, and it didn't really have anything much on it. This is, I think, the third one, but it was much taller. This is significantly much smaller. I can only imagine that this place was really busy this weekend. It normally is quite busy. So like this, they do have a red one that I have seen in the past. And I always come, oh, it's closed. But this is the original Avila Dobby house. And it shows what a typical dwelling was. Very simple. When I was a kid, this used to actually have just a metal grate. They have the plastic, but this was always pretty much full, and you could always just drop in your money. I'd always ask my mom or dad for a penny. God, I remember so much of this when I was a kid. I've always been told that I have the memory of an elephant. Yes, this is a very, you can tell by the burls and the support beam that has grown into it. The fried goodness is abundant. These are very old vines, very old grapevines. That restaurant's still closed. And of course it leads out to the street. Union Station is that away. Philippe's is down that away. There is a place here that sells Click Clacks. Every time I come here, I keep wanting to find them, but I have not been able to spot them. I'd almost have to ask every vendor, and I don't feel like it. Good food here, but the best place for the taquitos, which was my dad's favorite, he'd always order like 2 or 3 orders. My dad was he was 6'2", 6'3", very imposing, very, very large man, broad man. And his favorite restaurant is right here, Cielito Lindo. Right here. This was the place I remember. He'd always come and order a bunch of taquitos for all of us. There's a watering trough over here. This is San... Oh God, I cannot see. That is the U.S. Postal, I believe. This is Cesar Chavez and Alameda. And if you can see Philippe's is right there. Las Anenitas. This is the trough right here. Kind of hard to read. That's cute. And I always remember this particular side of Pueblito because they used to have the glass blowers over in this area. My cousin used to love, she had an affinity for the glass blowing. She has an affinity for the glass thing too, just like I do. And my mom liked it too, but right over here in this area, for many decades, there used to be a gentleman and family with a glass, and he was facing this way, and he was always doing the little glass blowing handcrafted thingamajiggies that you see. It was really cool. So whenever family came over and my cousin would come over, and she would always she could stay here and just stare at the glass blower, making little figurines. Leathercraft. Ooh, smell the candles. Of course, there are other parts in LA in the garment district where you can get them a lot more wholesale, but honestly, you won't get the same thrill and enjoyment as maybe on a very busy weekend when this place is like fully packed, and you're encouraged to just want to get something and just buy. Cielito lindo. Believe, unless I'm very mistaken, I would be surprised, but I believe this is also the Mexican consulate building here. Yeah, this is a Mexican consulate building. Consulado de México. Participantes mexicanos. This is the blessing of the animals also. This normally would occur over here at the gazebo. Cardinal Mahoney would come over here and do an annual blessing of the animals. And I've mentioned this in the past. People far and wide, especially locals, a lot of people from Oxnard. And when I say the blessing of the animals, everything from reptiles, snakes, spiders, snails, cats, dogs, farm animals of all kind, even horses, and never seen a giraffe, but yeah, no, they come here and then the animals are blessed. We Hispanics take life very dear. So needless to say, last year was pretty tragic for a lot of Latinos and Mexicans alike across here in California. Just to see the slaughter, the onslaught of human behavior was just not acceptable. kind of hard to read, I'm sure. Ooh, I cannot even read that. Antonio Aguilar is a famous Mexican movie star, celebrity, musician. A lot of great movies. The whole family. Okay. All right. Yeah, they're still decorating. It looks nice though. It looks very lovely during the evening though. And it seems to be that they are draping the palm trees in lights. I do plan, hopefully, maybe sometime after the new year. From here, I can get a bus. Yeah, see there. From here, I can get a bus straight to downtown Disney. I believe it is the Silver Streak or the Silver Line. My friend Alice was over there, I think earlier in the year, and she told me that I could take the bus over here. It was not here Saturday. They just snuck it in. And these fine gentlemen definitely are draping in the lights. They've been doing a fantastic job with the ceiling. This area is always, well, it's closed off, but this area right here is used for special events and a lot of filming. This place is always used for a lot of filming. This place always doubles as a transportation center for a lot of movies. Here is the indoor Christmas tree. It's very beautiful.
So is it gonna have to work you and I hand in hand? Yeah. That your son didn't.
There it is. Yeah, because when I was here Saturday, they didn't have the tree, so they must have just snuck it in this weekend. So I asked one of the police officers, like, "Oh, is there going to be a Christmas tree this year?" He says, "Yeah, it's on its way." And boom, there it is. Yes, these are, I believe these are pretty much original chairs. Reupholstered, I'm sure, but yeah, definitely. I can smell the Wetzel's pretzels. Nobody here today, but they do have a piano here, as You heard Saturday when there was a young lady playing the piano. It's nice that they do that. And yeah, definitely, it's encouraged. Ooh, yeah, I can smell the pretzels. Get your Subway sandwiches. Get your Starbucks. Get your great smelling Wetzel's pretzels over here. Down over here in this direction is, oh, crud. Come over and get the red line to go all the way to North Hollywood. This is how I would get to Universal Studios. And midway, you can catch the purple line that connects to other lines. Every so often, they always change the artwork here. This is depictions in photographs of when they were building the tunnels here for the subway, the underground trains, as it were. The tunneling of the tunneling, so we could all be chuds. Anybody my age remember Chuds? Chuds, Cannibalistic Human Underground Dwellers. It was a horror movie. It's kind of funny, actually. Alongside with Motel Hell. This is the way to get back to Pasadena, the Gold Line, on the upper platform. And this is Amtrak, the Amtrak side, where you can get your connecting trains to go anywhere in the U.S. This is the starting point. And this is the east side of the tunnel, looking west, as it were. As I had previously mentioned about the first week or so, Metro is going to start collecting fare again. But luckily for many people, thank goodness, they have an introductory rate. They have they will be having half price fare. So you'll be able to get like initial day passes, week passes, and monthly passes at half rate. Normally a month is $100, $7.50 for a week, $1.50 for a day, I believe. But I don't normally get the passes anymore because I use other means of transportation, Foothill, Arts. So I just load up my card with just fare, because you can also buy the pass for Metro, but you could also just add general fare. I love this ceiling right here. Gives me a bit of vertigo if I'm not paying attention here. There is our intricate system. You know, the thing is that people that come from the East Coast, you know, the city's quite large. The differences between the East and the West is that as many people as that there are in comparison, New York is just all bunched up. Los Angeles is spread all over the area, as you can see. So, of course, naturally, when people from the East come out here, they're like, oh my God. Well, first of all, if you have people, family and friends coming over, got to rent a car, or you have to make sure you have a car, or at least provide the information to the right means of transportation. And that because when people come out here, they're like, I couldn't find any place. Well, you're going to have to drive over here and you're going to drive over there. Los Angeles is as big as New York City, but we are spread out like a pizza pie. We cover Los Angeles like pizza sauce and all the way to the edge. So as big as our population is, we are just spread out. There was kind of a designer coffee shop over here, but looks like they're going to put a Starbucks East over here. This is the corporate of Metro. Men's County Jail facility is just up over on that way, along with the Denny's. The Men's County Jail facility system is over here, along with one of the FBI buildings over here. This is the upper level of the transportation where you can get connecting buses also. I think I can get the Silver Streak or the Silver Line used to be over on that side, down on the street level, so. They normally would have the fountain running, but I guess maybe it's a drought situation. And throughout many parts of the location and cities and everything, and even on the platforms, you could always get your cards here. And this is where the fountain, as dry as it is, normally would trickle down this way. And it would just continue. It's very, very soothing when it is running normally. A little bit of destruction here. Cute. Oh, and by the way, to a very, very sweet and cute comment. Yes, I am fun size. I had to throw in that made my day when I got back and I was reading the comments. That was very cute. Fun size, 5'2". Yes. And then some and more. Is it running? Oh, it is running. Well, I guess I'm gonna get dinged for that song now. I think this was to represent some of the unearthings when they were building here. Something to that effect, I'm not really too sure. Very cool. Also, there is a kind of a thing to this. You're gonna have to see it with lazy and relaxed eyes. It's one of those optically things. Just relax and you can see the image. I don't know how well it transcribes in video. Not too well, actually. My friends, that is about it for me. My arm is really freaking tired and killing me. That's it for Pueblito and Union Station here in downtown LA. Gotta get back on the Gold Line and edit and go home, and I shall upload another video tomorrow. I got plenty of material. I am really pooped. I've been going all over the place, and I've been trying to get in trips here and there as much as possible. Thank goodness again that I am off this weekend, because in a few weeks Metro is going to start charging and collecting fare, which actually I'm happy about that, because hopefully now that they'll be collecting fare, that means that a lot of subsidies are no longer being fully in place. Now here's the thing, with all the chaos that happened last year, being federally subsidized, they really didn't give a care too much about it. So now that they're going to be running mainly on their own dime and the dime of the stockholders, they're going to have to beef up and do a lot more cleaning and do a lot more safety for, especially down to the platforms all over LA. The blue line, the green line, those places are pretty bad and pretty dangerous. We've had a lot of shootings, a lot of people that get shoved onto the train tracks just for no reason at all. All right, my friends, you folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on. And Monday and down here in LA, checking out El Pueblito and Union train station. And trying to get more for my sanity to get out of the house. That and get a little bit of a workout to walk out so I don't stay home and gain weight. Oh, this thing is whew. 'Tis a pain in the butt, the arm. All right, my friends, comments good or bad, please post, and I will try to remember to put some information links both to as much as possible as I can. Until then, stay safe, be smart, listen with this, not with this. I love you all. Bye-bye.